night here at the AMC Theater, River East, downtown Chicago, and I am with the very beautiful actress, Miss Vanessa Calloway. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Brandy. How are you?
I'm great today, and we are here today because we're talking about the Obama effect. We're here for our red carpet movie screening, and Miss Vanessa has come down to check us out and see the movie and talk to our listeners about this very, very important movie. So, you know what? My first question is, you're a very conscientious actress. I know that you pick your roles, you know, very strategically. So, what drew you
Do I pick them strategically, really?
I think you do. I think everything that we've seen
Sometimes
you in.
they pick you, honey.
This is true. This is true. But what drew you to the Obama effect?
Well, me, I just didn't be easy to take this. There were several factors. First off, actually, I've known Charles Dutton, who is the writer and, of course, starred as John, for some time, and I really wanted to work with him. So when the opportunity presented itself, I was very happy. But then, secondly, the only reason I met with him is because I liked the project. I read the script, and I liked the script. And what you have to understand is we shot this movie 4 years ago, right after the inauguration. So, and through the last few years, we had to do some reshoots and whatnot. So, but that's timing. That's God's timing. It wasn't. I think it's going to better benefit and suit us that it's released now because it's a soft opening now, which is for the July 15th weekend. But it's going to be a bigger opening in October, which is going to be more beneficial and more important to this new election coming up. So, everybody was in awe and enamored with everything, and our president had already won because it was in January that we started shooting right around the inauguration. So it was exciting, and of course I wanted to be a part of one of the first movies that had anything to do with telling the story about how people were enraptured and in love with Barack Obama and how he just brought everybody together. So that combination of that and Charles Dutton, I was in.
Nice. So are you guys hoping that as you release this movie closer to the election, like you said, in more theaters, what was your, motivation in terms of the mission of the movie? What did Charles and what did the cast have in mind?
Well, I can only speak for myself because I'm not a producer on it, nor did I write it or directed it. And I'm sure Charles may have the same or similar answer, I don't know. But what I'm hopeful for is that this movie is going to kind of remind people about why and what and how they felt 4 years ago. It's kind of like a marriage, It's not perfect. The person's not perfect. We love them in spite and despite of themselves. There comes a time where you look at them and you may get upset, you may get mad, but you have to sometimes stop and remember why you love them and why you married them. And I think we're in that position. I mean, nothing's perfect, no one's perfect, but we got to go back and remember why we elected him and why we love him. And he's a good man. He's a good man, and he's a sincere man. And I truly believe he's really coming from the heart of what he really feels is best. Now, does he speak to everybody? Obviously not. But is he, no one does. So I'm hoping that this movie will just kind of reignite everyone's flames and just kind of reconnect everybody about what it felt like and what the purpose was 4 years ago.
And set us up a little bit. We've seen some of the previews and the commercials on TV. Tell us what the movie is about.
Well, the movie's about several things. It's not only about Charles Dutton's character, John, becoming overly obsessed with Obama. Overly obsessed. Yeah, overly obsessed. But it's not only about that. But the point that I take from it with his over-obsession is that he's a man who feels you got to stand for something or you fall for anything. And I think that's important in anybody's life and in our character. We have to learn how to sometimes take the stance that may not be the easy stance, that may not agree with everybody. But then there's a family story. We have 3 children. Megan Good is our daughter, and she is doing the Romeo and Juliet thing on the side. She's in love with the Hispanic boy that lives next door, and his father's undecided, which is driving John crazy. But she doesn't know that he'll approve, so she's kind of sneaking around with him. Then our oldest son is Wesley Jonathan, who is the black Republican married to a white girl. So that's about between his father, and they got to work that out. Then our youngest son, Zab, is a boxer, and Charles's character is so enthralled with Obama that he's really not paying attention to his son's desire. So, and then he's driving me crazy on top of it. So it's a family story, there's a love story, and I gotta keep it all together because I'm the mama. So, you know, it's a lot, and then we have the mother, his mother lives with us, and of course she's very wise, you know. So it's a lot of things, but it's a lot of things.
A lot of dynamics there. So you talk about your family in the movie. Is politics big in your house personally?
Yes and no. We definitely, you know, discuss politics, and but no, it's not hugely big because, you know, I believe what I believe. I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm not really worried about nobody else. That's how I am. So I don't really have to hear a lot of the rhetoric from other people. Like, this is my least favorite time of year. I hate the elections because I hate all the commercials. I hate the oversaturation of the negative commercials. And I basically, and I have voted every election since I was 18. President Carter is the first president that I helped elect. And in each election, no matter what was going on, I had my definition of who I believed and what I wanted. And that's what I do. So I really, at some point, I don't really even need to hear the opposing side. Because I really don't care. And I don't care if you agree with me. You know, I was with Twitter with somebody today. It's like, guess what? Untweet me. I don't give a shit. You know, you do you, boo, I do me. Do untweet, how about that? I don't even know who you are, untweet me. You know, because it's like, I'm gonna do me. And I don't have to prove to you why I'm doing me. So, you know, and my husband and I disagree with some of the things about Obama. And he's a black, you know, Democrat, but he's a physician. He's a physician. So you know, there's some things that he's kind of like, but he still supports him and he still votes for him.
And so what was the set like with Cat Williams on the set? Was it like just chaos? Y'all laughing all the time? Did you get...
Well, I only shot, I think, you know, when you do a movie, you don't shoot all the time yet. So I was on set with him, you know, maybe one day, but he was a very nice man to me, and he's very funny. He's very funny, that's all I can say.
I think we can't wait to see him in this movie. So I think the last TV series you were in was Hawthorne. Loved you in that. You guys love her in Hawthorne. And anything on the horizon in terms of another TV series?
Well, I have two other independent films that were just at the American Black Film Festival in Miami just a couple weeks ago. One is called The Last Fall, which was written and directed by, there's a lot of young, talented writers out there, directors, and this film was written and produced and directed by a young man by the name of Matthew Cherry. I played Lance Gross's mother, and it's really a good story. The men are gonna like it. It's a football story, and it's really basically talks about how, you know, you think that everybody is paid because they get onto a team, and really these guys, it's not true. These guys are living from paycheck to paycheck. So this is one young man's story about that. So I play his mother in that, and we just got a distribution for that movie. And then I'm in another movie called The Under Shepherd, which was once again written and directed and produced. See, everybody's kind of doing it. Young people, everybody's doing it all. By a big DJ in the DC area, Russ Parr. Russ has done a lot of movies. He's really busy. He's a great guy. Love Russ Parr. And Isaiah Washington, Lamar Rucker, Louis Gossett, Bill Cobbs. I mean, it's like Belinda Williams, Robin Lee. It's like a huge cast. Very, very good cast. And that, you know, looks like we're waiting here about the distribution for that. And then, I don't know, for you Shameless fans, I play Shanola Hampton's mother, Victoria's, Veronica's character. I play her mother on Shameless, so I'm going back to do some episodes this summer in a couple of weeks for Shameless, so, yeah.
And then, have you thought about, or either going to do more of like any producing, writing, or you putting your hand in any other pots?
Well, yes. One thing, I produce plays in LA, and I'm always in theater. I've been in theater since I was a little girl, so I do a lot of plays. But I did a show that aired on TV1 about 5 years ago called In the Company of Friends with Vanessa, Calloway. My passion is cooking. I'm a gourmet cook and entertaining, and I'm getting ready to take that into webisodes. Yeah, so yeah, I did. Yeah, that's kind of like my passion. People don't know that about me, but I do my own catering for parties. I'm a party planner. I cook. I do it all. So, and I did a show based on that, and it aired on TV1 as a special. So I'm going to take that and been trying to do something with that for the last 5 years. Takes a little time, but I'm getting there. I'll get there. No, wait, yeah, I'll get there.
So, any last words about the Obama effect? What do you want people to see tonight, or feel tonight, or leave with tonight after they leave the theater and see the movie?
Well, I think everyone should just see the movie, and you do you. I hope that everyone enjoys it, and like I said, I hope it rekindles a flame and fire, and lets people reconnect and understand that we all have got to vote. Don't sit back and get complacent, people. And I hope that everybody realizes, like I said, this is a soft opening, and in October, I want to see everybody out, not only supporting the movie, but supporting our president.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure talking to you. It's Miss Vanessa Bell Calloway here at the AMC Theater River East for the screening of the Obama Effect. I'm Randy Knight with Soul 106.3.